Hello, welcome back to another episode of Just Ask Me. I'm Kelvin Ong and I'm a litigation lawyer. It's basically the quality and quantity of the readings that we have to handle each and every week. So back in those days when I was in university, I used to find stacks of articles and a lot of other readings in my locker, and we would have to comb through all of them to prepare for our exams. I would say that having passion for one's job is very important. That's what drives them and motivates them to achieve whatever they set out to achieve. If I was not a lawyer, I would be an insurance agent. Yeah, because I think the similarity is that both are sales related, both have business aspects to them, and I like talking to people. I think there is no point in memorizing the entire Singapore law because legislation, laws and rules change all the time. What one needs to do is to keep getting constant updates about the law as you go along. I think that's the most important thing, which is to stay relevant. And to aid us in that, we have this thing called CPD, which is basically a short term for continuing professional development, where we are obliged to actually attend courses to keep us abreast of the latest developments in the law. If the lawyer breaks the law, that will be quite ironic, but he will be dealt with in the same fashion as all other people before a court of law. So basically, he'll be accorded the same kind of treatment.
No double punishment?
No, there's no double punishment. There's no law of double. I mean, there is a law of double jeopardy. Basically, we are all equal in the eyes of the law, whether or not you are someone high up or you are a first-year associate in a law firm. But of course, morally, a lawyer shouldn't actually flout the rules when they are the ones who are supposed, they are the very people who are supposed to advise on them. Contrary to popular belief, we have stopped the wearing of wigs, I think decades ago. So that's no longer relevant. What you have to do is to dress up like me, black and white, with a suit and a tie, and you're ready to go. That's an interesting question, but I guess it's also a very common question. I think that if you know deep down inside that your client is wrong, then you have to advise them accordingly. Whether or not it's morally wrong or they're wrong in the eyes of the law, I think it's incumbent upon us as professionals to let them know and to leave that final decision with them. But of course, if they are clearly wrong, then sometimes we might even reject such cases as well. Because I think you have to be fair to both sides. Even if you're acting for one side, you have to think about the justice of the case and the fairness of the case. So I think that is a relevant consideration when we are deciding whether or not to take up an engagement with a client. We live a very hard life, so I'm not sure whether it's a high life, but it's definitely a very difficult life. Because there are a lot of considerations, there are a lot of issues that we have to deal with every day. Every day we are firefighting. So it's a tough life, I would say, not a high life. Okay, so I think the most common perception of lawyers is that they are very arrogant, they're very stuck up, and they're very proud. So I think what we try to do, or what at least I try to do, is to try to be approachable and friendly. We try to empathize with people as well, so that we are not viewed as cold-hearted like what a lot of lawyers are perceived to be. So we want to change that perception that the public has of certain lawyers, and I think we're taking baby steps, but at least I'm trying on a daily basis. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. Goodbye!